Hey and welcome back, guys. Today we'll be replacing an important part on your ATV. We'll be replacing the CVT belt. So for this replacement you're gonna need either an impact drill or this clutch holder tool. So if you don't have an impact drill, then you can just hold the clutch, right, with this clutch holder. And then you can do it with your regular tools, with the hand tools, I mean. So basically you're gonna need a 18mm socket, 32 socket, and a 36 socket. And an M6 bolt, preferably a long one. And of course your basic tool set. So guys, before we begin the replacement, I want to say a huge thanks to all of my subscribers. We're already at 100+ subscribers, so that's perfect. And if you find this video helpful, just subscribe, like this video, and if you have any questions, just comment down below. Super, let's start. So let's talk about my CVT belt. It's not a OEM one, right? It's from Gates. These are much cheaper than the original ones. And from my experience, I can say that these are good belts, right? So these ones are about, like this one says 90 euros, but I got it cheaper. So from 70 to 90 euros. Whereas the original one is around 180, I think, so 2 times cheaper, right? So it's a good price. And on this machine, I also have this Gates belt installed. And I think it's already went about 6,000 kilometers with this Gates belt, so it's perfect in my opinion. All right, so we're gonna start by removing this cover, right? So this is where our CVT is located, right? I'm gonna give this cover a quick clean, and then we'll continue from that. All right, so I gave the cover a quick clean. Now what we have to do is release this clamp here, right? It's a 7mm, and then we can continue by unscrewing these screws here. 1, 2, 3, 4. There is 5, 6, 7, and an 8th one there. So these here, these are 8mm, or you can use that Torx bit, whatever you want, but it's easier to just unscrew it with the 8mm. Alright guys, so removing this cover can be a little bit tricky, right? So what I do to make it a bit easier, just remove the seat and just pull out this part here, right? The whole plastic. So you have a little bit more room here. So let's start pulling it. Okay, so that's it. All right, so we'll start by removing the primary clutch, right? And you have one bolt here and one nut here. So basically, first the bolt, then the nut. And both of them have a left-handed thread, right? So you have to screw it out the other way. So basically, to the right in this case. So this one is 18mm. And the nut is 32. Now we're gonna remove this washer, just like that. So here's your spring, right? Don't lose it. And there are also 2 spacers, washers, whatever you want to call them. So you just have to know that the metal, the thinner spacer goes first, then the thicker one, and then the spring. So I'm gonna leave the spacers there and just remove the spring. All right, now this is where you need that M6 bolt. So basically you have these 2 small holes, right, on your secondary. So one of them actually has threads. So you screw in the M6 bolt and it releases the spring. So basically this thing here, these two discs, they expand, right? So you can remove the CVT belt. So I'm gonna show you real quick how it works. So just like that, our old belt is out. All right, guys, so I want to show you how a bad belt looks like. You see these things here? These are cracks in the belt, so it will fail very soon, right? So when you see that, you have to replace it ASAP, because if it's destroyed, then the job is a little bit more difficult, because you have to get all of those old pieces of the belt out of everything. It sticks in the spring and everything. So you see, just let me show you some more. These are quite big cracks, so I'm guessing we're changing the belt just in time in this case. So this is what a new belt looks like. So absolutely perfect, right? Basically what you can also do, you can measure the width of the belt, right? So I think this one is 36 millimeters or something like that, right? And if yours is if yours has become thinner, then it's also you need to change it, basically like that. Now we're also gonna remove our secondary, right? And so we can give the discs a nice clean. So just like that, 36 millimeters here and regular thread. So don't lose this washer, right? Just leave it there. And just like that, our secondary is also out. By the way, here is your one-way bearing, right? So it should spin freely, just like that. And it only spins in one way. So basically, if yours is sticking or making some bad noises, then you should also change the one-way bearing. Okay, so now we're gonna blow some compressed air into the secondary. Like, we're gonna clean it all up from that belt dust, right? Now, same thing with our primary. So you just slide this thing out, remove your nylon sliders, right? 2 and 3. Just move the roller weight, just like that. And again, some compressed air into all of that. Let's see how much dust is in there. Now we have to put everything back together. Don't forget the sliders. Just like that. All right, so you're gonna put your belt on the secondary, right? Just like that. Now we can remove this screw, right? and we're just gonna turn it. See, just like that. Okay, now we shall tighten this nut. Just tighten it real good. Okay, now we're gonna install our primary. So don't forget about the spring, super important, right? So there's the spring. And don't forget about this washer, right? Super important. Washer and the nut, which is left threaded, if you remember. Just like that. Now, as I said, this thing, it has to be real tight, right? Or else this thing here, this cover, will just be stripped and you have to change this cover here, the nut possibly, the washer. I've had that actually happen, so make sure it's tight. And here's another test. So we just mark down the bolt, right? Just like that. We leave a mark here and on the nut, just like that. So we're gonna fire up the engine, right? Hit the throttle a bit and then see if there are no changes to our mark. If all is good, then it's tight and we did a good job. Look at that. So here's our mark, right? Perfect. No changes there. Perfecto. So that is done. Now what I would suggest doing, right, is clean the inside of your CVT cover too, right? You can see there's quite a lot of that dirt. So give that a nice clean and then install all of it back, right? So I'm gonna do that, then I'm gonna put it all back together and that's it, we're finished. Okay guys, one more important thing. After you've installed the new CVT belt, right, drive for around 20 to 30 kilometers or miles, whatever, right, slower. Like don't give full throttle. You have to break it in a little bit. Just don't go crazy on it for the first 20 to 30 miles, okay? And again, thank you so much for watching the channel. If you enjoyed this video, if it was helpful for you, then please subscribe to my channel, like this video, and comment down below. Thanks. See you next time. Bye.